Hello, once again, Helldivers. Today we're going to be talking about the newest stratagems that just came out on March the 28th. The first of the new stratagems that we're going to talk about is the MG208 Heavy Machine Gun. This weapon functions almost identically to the MG43 machine gun. It does only pierce medium armor like the default MG43 machine gun, but does kill medium units faster than the default machine gun. This weapon does have an option to change the fire mode, and it can fire at the same speed as the stalwart machine gun at a staggering 1200 rounds per minute. For some odd reason, I'm not sure if it was just my experience with it, but it doesn't seem to have a reticle when you aim it, only having a sight when you go into first person mode, making it already difficult to shoot. This does also bring us to the next topic of this weapon, its recoil. The recoil for the MG208 is absolutely insane, and I recommend that if you are set on bringing this weapon to deal out democracy and to spread liberty, you should really consider bringing this armor with the fortified perk or the engineering kit perk, as these will make it to where the recoil is ever so slightly more manageable with these. If you do crank the rounds per minute up of this weapon, it burns through its entire magazine in around 3 seconds. This does make the damage output extremely high, but it can't serve that suppressing fire role like the other machine guns can on lower rounds per minute. The MG208 also has 2 reloads only before it is empty. Because of the speed that the MG208 burns through its ammo and not being able to pierce heavy armor, I'm not really the biggest fan of this weapon. It can kill medium targets like stalkers very quickly, but other than that, I'm not set on this weapon. I feel as though this weapon needs to be brought above the other machine guns in some way, with a capacity increase on the ammo or the magazine, or by it being able to pierce some heavies. And then speaking of piercing heavies, we're now going to talk about one of my favorite stratagems as of right now, the LAS-99 Quaesar cannon. This is a large shoulder-mounted laser cannon that functions similarly to the cannon towers that the automatons have. It charges up and immediately fires when it's done charging, not letting you hold the charge like a railgun in safe mode. This weapon uses a single heatsink that will cool down every time the gun is fired. It does not have any spare heatsinks to reload with, but it doesn't seem at the time that there actually is a way to cause the weapon to overheat and need another one. The cannon also pierces the heaviest armor in the game, being able to effectively take out bot dropships if you shoot one of the engines. It can even take out hulks or tanks or even chargers in 1 to 2 shots. Combined with the essentially infinite ammo and the ability to pierce the heaviest targets in the game, this makes the cannon one of my favorite new weapons, especially when going into automaton territory. The other good thing about this weapon is that you don't need to have any sort of backpack to be able to keep using it. Only give it some time to fire it again. This makes it so you can run other support packs or even use personal shield generators along with it. This has quickly become one of my favorite support weapons, and I think just by utilizing it for a few seconds, I easily think that this weapon will be used by almost every Helldiver, especially on automaton missions. That's about everything that we have with the new stratagems, so now we're going to move on to news of the Second Galactic War. As of recording, on March the 29th, Troost was successfully liberated by Helldiver forces, and the major order from General Brash has been completed. Medals are being given out to all who participated, and we are currently waiting for the next major order. Malevelon Creek has been on the upswing at 40% liberation as of now. The Creek has been a hotly contested war zone ever since the earliest days in the war, but with Helldivers tactics changing to be able to combat the bot threat more adequately, the Creek is looking at a brighter future. Ubania is in the Severin sector along with the Malevelon Creek and is currently at 21% liberation, with less Helldivers focusing on this planet overall at the time. Onto the bug front, Hellmire was lost and is currently being re-liberated by Helldiver forces along with Oshune, another planet in the Mirren sector. Helldiver forces are also able to reach as far as the Lestrade sector and can deploy on Omicron. This is not recommended, however, as the supply lines to the Lestrade sector are fragile, meaning that access to Omicron can be cut off essentially at any time. We have also received the newest dispatch following the capture of automaton comms arrays on Truce. The bots were apparently broadcasting outside of the known galactic frontier. Super Earth analysts are currently working around the clock to uncover more data in regards to this. One other thing of note that they found were blueprints for a new automaton unit, an aerial gunship, bringing the socialist bot threat to the air along with the bugs. As this was being written, the newest major order just came in from General Brash. Operation Swift Disassembly is entering Phase 2, and the liberation of Tibet and the Severin sector is now being ordered. This planet is next to Ubania, and Helldiver forces are already being deployed to the planet to secure the supply lines to Tibet. That's all the news we have from the fronts at the moment. Thank you guys so much for watching to this point in the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to get this video to as many Helldivers 2 citizens as possible. Thank you for your support on all the videos. See you next time. Keep diving.